Hello and welcome to Quilts Like Crazy and Embroidery in Wake Forest, North Carolina. I'm Trevor Merchant, son of...
And I'm Carrie Merchant. I would like to give a special thanks to Sue Hoff for helping us design our 2024 Row by Row Sew a Season.
Today we're going to demonstrate from start to finish cutting, piecing, and assembling this year's pattern. So let's get started. This video is to be used in conjunction with Quilts Like Crazy's 2024 Row by Row Sew a Season pattern as a guide to help you where assistance may be needed. If there's a specific area that you need guidance, this video has been separated into chapters in the video's progress bar as well as in the description so that you can jump right to where you need. If you need extra time on any step, pause the video or reduce the playback speed to your liking. Lastly, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to support our small family-owned business. Begin by cutting two 3 7/8 inch by 2 1/4 inch rectangles using the green summer theme fabric. Next, cut two 2 1/4 inch squares using the green summer theme fabric as well as the orange blender fabric. You should have a total of 4 2 1/4 inch squares after this is done. Next, cut two 3 7/8 inch squares using the yellow blender fabric. You can do this one at a time or you can stack them to make it faster, whichever you prefer. And last is the summer strip, which is a 7 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch rectangle. Begin by cutting out two 4 3/8 inch squares of both the red blender fabric and the yellow fall theme fabric. Once you have all 4 total squares cut out, you are then going to subcut these squares diagonally to create 8 total half square triangles. Same as the summer strip, you will have a 7 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch fall strip. Begin by cutting out a total of 4 4-inch by 2 1/4 inch rectangles of both the blue blender fabric as well as the light blue winter theme fabric. Same as the summer and fall strip, you should have a 7 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch winter strip. Begin by cutting out two 4 3/8 inch squares of the green spring theme fabric. Next, you will subcut those squares diagonally to create 4 half square triangles of the green spring theme fabric. You will then repeat that process using the pink blender fabric, cutting out two 4 3/8 inch squares and then subcutting them diagonally to create 4 half square triangles. Same as the other blocks, you will have a 7 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch spring strip. For the All Seasons block, you will cut out a total of 4 5-inch squares, one from each of the seasoned themed fabrics: spring, summer, fall, and winter. If you purchase our Row by Row fabric kit, the season strips are already cut to size. But if you would like to use yardage or use different fabrics on our pattern, the season strips are cut to 7 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch rectangles. For the sewing machine and quilt applique, there are many different techniques you can use. We prefer using heat and bond. For this method, you are going to trace the mirror imaged sewing machine onto the heat and bond, as well as the mirror imaged quilt. Using the mirrored images of these appliqué objects gives you the ability to iron the heat and bond onto the wrong side of your fabric so that it may be placed in the correct orientation on the row. Once you've ironed the heat and bond to the wrong side of your fabric, you may then cut out the appliqué objects. As you can see, now our sewing machine and quilt are ready to be appliqued in the correct orientation. In our fabric kit, we've also included some optional rickrack to be sewn around the quilt representing binding.